Hey, what's got you down, Bryan?
Oh, geez, Jeremy, I got a big dilemma on my hands.
Yeah? What's going on?
My electricity bill, man,
What's wrong with your
it's way
electricity?
too high.
Too high?
Way too high.
Well, why?
I don't know, man. Honestly, I think it's how I'm getting my electricity. I'm burning so much fossil fuels, man. But the thing is, fossil fuels are so limited. Like we're running out. So like, the more we keep running out, the price just keeps getting higher. I don't know what to do. And another thing is, it's destroying the earth, man. I love the earth, but I don't know what to do.
Hey, man, have you heard about solar energy? I mean, it's from the sun, so it's unlimited. The sun's always going to be there, theoretically. And solar energy will save you a lot of money compared to only relying on the energy company. And solar energy is great for the earth, so your hippie wife will be happy too.
Solar energy.
Solar energy, man.
I have heard about that around the town.
Then why aren't you using it yet?
I don't know. I heard a lot of negatives about it. Like, for one, how would they convert all that solar energy to usable energy? Another one is how to store that solar energy when the sun goes down. The third problem is I'm already spending this much money on electricity bills. How can I afford to spend more money on solar panels, you know?
But see, that's the thing, man. Engineers are working on that right now. It's gonna get better in the future.
It is?
It is.
So you're saying I could raise my son on a good planet?
You could raise your son on a beautiful blue earth that is running on entirely green energy.
Challenges faced in the world today concerning energy are that electricity prices are increasing as we burn through more fossil fuels. Fossil fuels are limited, and they are also incredibly toxic to the earth. Solar energy, however, is unlimited, and it is also earth-friendly. Engineers today are researching more cost-effective materials that will help store energy in a more effective way, as well as trying to convert solar energy into a more usable energy like electricity.
Well, hey man, haven't you been looking for a new place lately?
You know what? Yeah, you're right. I have been looking for a new place to move lately.
Well, I just made this algorithm, and we plugged in a whole bunch of data on every single state with energy prices, which setup costs, on how to get onto the solar energy power grid. So it'll find you the best state for you to live in and to get onto the solar power grid.
So you're telling me I can find my dream location to move to, cut costs on my electricity bill, and make my hippie wife happy?
Yeah, man.
Oh, so it's like killing 3 birds with 1 stone.
3 birds with 1 code.
So what our algorithm does is it asks the user to rank our gathered data based off of their preferences. And based off of their preferences, we calculate a z-score. And the top 3 z-scores associated with each state is then displayed for the user to then decide which state is best for them. Now as we go into the code, we'll see here we establish a while loop for the user to input the amount of money they're willing to spend for setup costs. If the user inputs a value less than $10,000, the program will continue to ask them to input an appropriate value greater than $10,000. Once the program receives that accepted budget, the program then extracts all of the data within that acceptable budget range and creates a new matrix called decision. Here's where we ask the user to then rank each of the different data sets based off of their preferences. This includes everything from low energy prices to setup costs to payback periods. What we do next with the code is we then go through to calculate the specific z-score for this individual. We do that through a series of for loops and netted for loops, as you can see here, to go and calculate the mean and then the standard deviation of each score, and then finally here again, the z-score. Here we flip those z-scores. If a lower value was better, then we'll just flip those z-scores by multiplying them by -1. For example, a low solar budget setup cost is better than a high one. We then go through and multiply each column by its column weight, or how the user ranked that specific data set. We then add the columns of each row, and then finally, using the find function, we'll go and find the actual best states that have been sorted out here and display them using a printf statement and a for loop to display them in a charted form. And then here we just plot all of that data for the best states here. So I'll just go ahead and run through a smooth transition of the code here. So we'll input an appropriate value of $15,000. And we'll then rank all of our preferences here. So low electricity costs, we'll set as important. Low waiting period for payback, we'll put at not at all. High investment return, I like that. High average savings, somewhat. I just want to get there. And low setup costs, we'll put as very important. Now here we have our chart displayed here. It's just displaying our average savings per year and how it grows gradually over the years. And here you'll see our chart.
So go ahead and run the code, man.
Alright, I'll give it a shot. Input the maximum amount you are willing to spend for your solar setup. You know, I just spent a lot of money on my electricity bill. Honestly, I probably just spent like $6,000 to be honest. What? It says I can't do that?
Well, yeah, because in order to set up to get onto the solar power grid, it's going to cost you at least $10,000. But you're going to make it all up in the long run.
Yeah, I guess I could just double what I had. How important are low electricity prices to you? Honestly, very important. How important are low waiting periods for your payback to you? Do I have to answer this question?
You must answer the question. You worked very hard on this code, sir.
I guess I'll just put not at all. How important is high investment return to you? Somewhat important. How important is a high average savings to you? Very important. How important is a low setup cost? Somewhat important.
Here's all your results right here, man.
Nevada. I never thought of moving to Nevada.
Well, now you're thinking about it. And you've got all of your best states right here displayed with all of their scores from our data.
Interesting. You know, let me write it one more time. Like, I'm gonna get on the phone with my wife.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
Good idea.
Hey, honey. I'm with my friend Jeremy here. He just showed me an awesome new code that'll help us find a new place to live and save money. You have any input? We're only gonna spend $15,000. Dang.
Yeah, because screw college for the kids.
Yeah. Electricity prices, very important for low ones. I got it. Low waiting period, very important. All right. High investment return is important. Yep. High average savings is important. I got you. And low setup costs, very important. I guess Nevada's the place to go. Honey, we're moving to Nevada.
Ma'am, stop. Are you looking to buy a new house incorporated on the solar grid?
Anything to spend my husband's money.
Well, why don't you go ahead and have a seat at this conveniently placed desk and go ahead and try running my brand new code that can help you find the best location for such an endeavor.
Run section. Max amount I'm willing to spend? How about $100,000 of my husband's money? How important are low electricity prices? To me, not at all. Waiting period? Nah. High investment? Psh, I don't care. High average savings? Not at all. Low setup costs? Psh, whatever. Ohio? Never heard of it. Sounds pretty neat. Well, what if I did care about those things? So, I'm just gonna run this code again. Well, I guess my husband's money does matter, so I'll spend $11,000. Low electricity prices, well, he has been complaining, so I'll say they're pretty important. Waiting period, I hate waiting. So a low waiting period is very important. High investment return. I like investments. High average savings, I love to save. A low setup cost, I guess that's important. West Virginia. That sounds pretty neat. And Florida and Nevada. I love this graphic of. Oh, neat. Okay. I love your code. I don't want to run it again, though.
So our code isn't perfect. Currently, our code is only applicable to residents within the United States and in residential areas. But perhaps in the future, data could be collected from areas such as Japan and the UK, and even information for commercial use could be collected and gathered up into a variation of our code to be used for commercial use. And as states begin to see that customers are more inclined to solar incentivized states, states without those incentives will then be encouraged to provide their own incentives and encourage a global movement towards solar energy.